Hi everyone, welcome to Difference Frames the World, a permanently demonetized independent channel to see the world differently. On December 31, 2021, about 10 minutes before the advent of 2022, Google demonetized our channel, saying our videos provided no value to viewers. We are still struggling to get the unpaid balance back from the platform, as we cannot find a human being to help us solve the issue. Many viewers say they watch all commercials on our videos to support us, but we will not get a penny of the revenue from the platform to sustain ourselves. All income from those advertisements goes to Google. Viewers can skip those commercials as wasting time on them does not help us. Of course, if some advertisements were more entertaining and educational than our videos, it would be another case. Today, we talk about Donald Trump, who is being investigated for 3 crimes that might put him in jail for 30 years. If it comes true, the former U.S. president will have to end his life in prison, unable to challenge Joe Biden in the coming 2024 election. If Donald Trump cannot compete with his old pal in 2024 for the 47th U.S. presidency, Joe Biden will hardly be chosen by the Democrats for re-election, as he is turning 80 in November 2022. Some say Democrats want to kick Donald Trump out of the arena for the 2024 election, as the former president is still influential in America's politics, even though Twitter and Facebook suspended his accounts to silence his voice after the January 6 riot in 2021, when Joe Biden was being declared the winner of the 2020 election. Until today, Donald Trump does not admit his defeat, regarding himself as the winner and challenging the legality of Joe Biden's unexpected victory. Recently, Democrats have experienced setbacks, and Joe Biden's approval rating plunged for various domestic and international problems. Nancy Pelosi and her son's stealthy visit to Taiwan has invited unprecedented criticism from the international community and inside the United States. Of particular note, Donald Trump is one of the most radical, blaming her for helping Beijing realize China's dream. As a result, Donald Trump believes the Democrats persecute him, saying Obama had done the same thing as he did, but no one bothered to disturb that Democrat former president. One of Trump's supporters reportedly assaulted the FBI, and after 6 hours of chasing, he was shot to death on the highway. Although there is no proof correlating Donald Trump with the assault, people worry about Trump's supporters, nearly 80 million, might create trouble for the fragile Biden administration. The New York Times reports that federal law enforcement obtained a search warrant for former President Donald Trump's estate on 3 federal charges of violating the Espionage Act, obstruction of justice, and unlawful handling of government records. The FBI agents raided Trump's estate and took away dozens of items, including classified documents, which have become the focus of the American media and public opinion. According to an Associated Press report, the FBI seized 33 items, including an executive order pardoning Trump's ally, Roger Stone, messages from French President Emmanuel Macron, photo albums and handwritten notes, and most seriously, 11 groups of classified documents, including 1 group of top secrets, 4 groups of highly classified files and 6 groups of confidential documents. According to publicly available information, only particular state institutions can store those materials. The evidence suggests that Trump may have violated the Federal Espionage Act, prohibiting the possession or transmission of defense information. According to the Associated Press, while a sitting president usually has the authority to declassify information, that authority lapses once he steps down. It is unclear whether the documents in question have ever been declassified. It is worth mentioning that even a sitting president may be restricted in secrets involving nuclear weapons programs, covert operations and agents, and some data shared with allies. However, classified materials related to nuclear weapons, as the Washington Post had previously speculated, were not found in Trump's estate. The Espionage Act and another law prohibiting the unauthorized removal and retention of classified documents forbid the improper handling of classified material. Ironically, Donald Trump increased the penalties for such violations during his presidency, making them felonies punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Suppose the final evidence proves that Trump grossly violated these statutes. In that case, he might curse himself for his stupidity during his term. Reports of Trump's alleged spying and leaking have been circulating since he came to power. In less than a month after Trump took office, Flynn, his close friend and first assistant to the president for national security affairs, resigned due to Russia agate. The fire of Russia agate even burned Trump, thus triggering a congressional investigation into Trump's relationship with Russian President Putin, whom Trump regarded as his pal. In 2017, when Trump met with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov at the White House, he was again exposed to the media for leaking secrets to Russia about counterterrorism in the Middle East, thus triggering another uproar. In 2019, the New York Times exposed Trump as serving Russia, and Donald Trump kept fighting on social media all weekend, denounced the New York Times as fake news, and condemned the FBI's conspiracy to frame him. Donald Trump has been labeled a spy since he came to power. It does not matter whether Trump violated the Espionage Act and the other 3 charges. The investigation aims to create trouble for the coming midterm elections in November 2022, as most Republican congressional candidates Donald Trump supports have successfully won the nomination. The Republican Party might win the House and Senate elections from the current projection. According to widespread media reports, Trump will announce another run for 2024 after helping the Republicans take the midterm elections. A Republican recently disclosed that Trump had expressed his intent to become the 47th U.S. president. Trump has revealed his desire to run for 2024 on several public occasions. He has over 70 million supporters, and Biden's unsatisfactory administration has somehow inspired Donald Trump's confidence in 2024. A legal investigation is a suitable option to slow down Donald Trump, and the timing is perfect. According to U.S. law, former U.S. President Donald Trump is being investigated by the U.S. Department of Justice for 3 criminal charges, including violations of the Espionage Act. If convicted, he could receive up to 10 years in prison. Donald Trump, if in jail, would never become the 47th U.S. president. For the Democrats, if they cannot lay down Donald Trump this time, he will undoubtedly make a comeback in 2024. And most likely, Joe Biden may not be able to win the re-election if Donald Trump runs for the election 2 years later. Before ending today's video, we want to thank our supporters and patrons who have helped us through the financial difficulties in the past 8 months. They are the real heroes that keep DFTW alive as an independent and impartial voice on the platform. Although we are permanently demonetized on this platform, and are not entitled to any revenue generated from advertisements on our videos, we will not give up the channel, and no one can silence our voices. Even if we face dire financial difficulties, we will not compromise on the video quality. Please help us through PayPal and Patreon, or scan the QR codes to support us on WeChat, Buy Me a Coffee or GoFundMe.